great Ujima. Let's go and get it started. As Gina would say, let's get started. When she was doing her show, which she should start doing again soon. Let me reload the chat and
Mr. Deity.
drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take a breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get your bottle of that water or container. Lift that container of that water. Man, just pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch your body and drink some water. Oh. Move your body and drink some water. Oh. Stop, just move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, move, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Should we say, raise, toast, then drink? Now take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, lift, move, toast. But remember to stay healthy, you gotta breathe, drink, eat, move, sleep. Culturally appropriate, of course. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up with me, fam. Come on, drink it up. Drink it up. Come on. What's stopping you? Come on. Drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. All right, fam, great Ujima to each and every last one of you. And thank you for taking the time for joining us here on Geometry Journey. As we lift up our glass and salute our ancestors. Last night we did a show. Of course, you know, I ain't gonna say of course, but you know, I did the show, and it was just me, so I didn't stay on too long. I had to get off because I was getting calls, but then nobody would, you know what I'm saying? I would call back and nobody would pick up. So hopefully everything is all right, and let's go and make it through this toast. But now, before we do that, let me share the story with you for the day, so that if you want to think about it, because family, the conversation does not have to stop when the show ends. You continue commenting on the timeline. I will respond if I can, or if I have. Let me say this: if I have something to say, I will respond. You know what I'm saying? But the conversation have to stop there, and there's not just one way to see some of this stuff. Please understand that. You know what I'm saying? We have like I said, it's crystallized wisdom, so you could look at it from many different angles. So I'm gonna read it. Go on, think about it a little bit, and if you have any comments that you would like to share about it, by all means do. All right. The camel and Jupiter. The camel, when he saw the bull adorned with horns, envied him and wished that he himself could obtain the same honors. He went to Jupiter and besought him to give him horns. Jupiter, vexed at his request because he was not satisfied with his size and strength of body, and desired yet more, not only refused to give him horns, but even deprived him of a portion of the ears. So that was the story from last night. Like I said, go and think on it. You might be able to pick something else up out of it that I might have missed, or you might be able to shake it from a whole nother angle. But but this is the most important piece for us at Giammi Journey. You never know how your wisdom may affect somebody. A lot of times, some of us are sitting on information, we're sitting on our gifts, not even realizing that those gifts, although they belong to us, may not truly be ours. It may have been given to you to share with the world and maybe spark somebody else out there. All right, so go and share that wisdom. Shouts out to Brother Kwame, great Ujima to you. We are, what is it? We on Ujima. We are 3 days away from the Malcolm X Festival, man, and I'm getting hyped. There's Ambrosia is getting done. I'm getting my mind ready. We are going to have a magnificent show. I know people's like, oh man, it's gonna be thunderstorms. Look, we are going to do it rain or shine. It's hiding from you. Because I was on, I thought I was up on Facebook. Caught me on Spreaker, where there are, and it should be, if it's live, you probably can't rewind it, but afterwards you can. And there should be a place for comments. It's hiding, so I have to look at that while I'm sitting with you, so that we can go and figure that out. So stop hiding your gifts, family. Stop being shy. I ain't gonna say, well, be you. Because I understand all that, right? But you never know how your gifts is going to affect somebody else. So let's go. Because I had to make this stretch a whole week. Well, actually it did, and I got some more the other day. I just thought about that. Let's see how it's aging. I gotta make it last. How did it sound on Spreaker to you, Kwame? All right, so giving honor to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up our glass And we say, I say. From there, finally, we move to our list of our ancestors. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, Georgia William Walter, Christopher Gasson, Lena, Uncle Chris, Fiend, Cleveland and Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvaro Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pimenel, No More X, Pat Mount Rob, Malika Pacour, Dr. Mary Ann Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofer, Actor Jr., J. Edwards, Carla Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley, and the Luxor Brothers, Ms. Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Ms. Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Renderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Louis Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Carolyn D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melville Hodge, Melville Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clayburg, Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Augusto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theodis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury, Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thorne, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keach Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Heather Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankston, Mary Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quills, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Baby Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Derrida Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinelli, Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Bay, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Peter Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Hannah Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Didymon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, DePretis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Gwendolyn Priest, Scanoberry, Wilson Haley, Alma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee, Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Cadney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensenbaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Bradley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Kathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Pookie, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word I, Stacy Trud, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Joey Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavers, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George, and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet McCate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch Sr., Melly Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Doretha Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott out of Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Benella, Alvis Molly, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlton Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Rome Alls, here in West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Vaughn, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Raymond Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Willie Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Don Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Carwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Sheckham Aha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Jacqueline Brawlers, Reginald Oliver, Mazarin Cooper, George Swan, Edmonia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon. Let's move to our black book. There it go. Up under my P-roll. Alright. Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis. Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie Gaucher, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damien Top, Christina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Ralph Mickens, Eric Walker, Quasi Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Elder Clarence Lumpkin, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Gouray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid Hassan, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Albert Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gatt, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu. Alright, so we lift up our glass to all of our ancestors, family, and we say, Ashe. Man, we 3 days away from the festival. So we're going to have to call our ancestors in to help us because we understand that there's supposed to be some rain. But the rain or shine, it's going down because we're going to be because we can move everything inside, right? So we lift up our glass and we say, that's right, I say. All right. So now we move from our ancestors to the present moment, family. We lift up our glass. We salute this moment. And, y'all know I got to give my little moment speech, my little momentary speech. And I used this one last night because it's like when you are like that camel, man, and you are expressing, when you are being ungrateful, when you are expressing envy, you are not in the moment, right? You're not in your moment. You're in somebody else's moment. You're removed out of place, and we have to be focused as a group and moving through this world. So we lift up our glass to this moment. We salute this moment. We uplift this moment. We make this moment sacred. Right now in this moment we are on Ujima. And I'm asking everybody to activate those reticular formation and find Ujima in action. is happening around you. Our principles are constantly popping off around us. We just have to start learning how to notice them, right? So, for those that don't know, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. We want to go out hunting that. The demonic principle of the day is righteousness. Respect is the M7 that we teach our young people. Man, these chains be killing me sometimes. My hair be raising up when I'm doing this, and it be righteousness, and that's the demonic principle of the day. Respect is the M7. The color is blue. Got my light blue shirt. Vibration is the hermetic law of the day. Male name for the day is Kwaku. Female name Akua. We lift up our glass and we salute this present moment. We salute all the energy in the moment, right? We say Ashe. Now, moving forward, we toast our children, our children's children, on to infinity. We toast those babies that are here, and we toast those yet to come. And we pledge to them by lifting up our glass. We keep it our pact with them that we will make sure that they have a firm foundation upon which to stand. Right, family? So we got work to do, right? So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. From there, we move on to all of our relations. We lift up our glass and we toast and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, we move directly into that selfish toast. Family, this is for you. What is it that you need in this moment? In this moment, to move towards a greater you, right? We lift up our glass and we say Ashe. Last but not least, I toast the most magnificent, marvelous, uplifting, outstanding, super individual in the room. You know what it is? That's you. I toast you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, joy, and 100 years. I am out. Oh, hold on. Let me take a sip. Wow.